Once COVID started and all my sports ended, so I started mountain biking, and I just fallen in love with it. This feeling of having adrenaline, of having flow, is like no other. But here in Texas, we lack a solid park with consistent jump lines, for riders, by riders, downhill park. Even though society deems it impossible, you can't make a business as a high schooler. I saw the opportunity, and I want to go make the best bike park in Texas. The Masterpiece Project is a super ambitious project that all high schoolers do at Alpha throughout their 4 years. But to be honest, I always thought that, making the best bike park in Texas was a super impossible thing. So sure, I'll have the idea, but no one can do that as a high schooler, right? I'm just I'm seriously just like a normal kid. That was always my mindset. But after getting advice from my mentors and seeing videos online of other high school entrepreneurs that's when I got this huge, overwhelming sense of motivation, making a full business as a high schooler, making a masterpiece as a high schooler is actually possible. Let's go do it. The initial thing that I did was make a pitch deck. I would send emails or messages to other startup founders in the Austin area saying, hey, can you review my pitch deck? And because I was 17, everyone wanted to help me. I networked every day. Put maybe 300, 400 hours into making a pitch deck that you could read in about 2 minutes. And the head of Capital Factory, which is a firm that helps entrepreneurs in Texas, said, hey, you have a pitch deck that's better than most 40-year-olds. That was the initial boom.
Alpha is designed to be the best high school for kids that want to take control of their education. Our approach to education is through adaptive software. And this software allows students to take a normal 6-7 hour high school day and compress the academic component down to 3 hours and not be dependent upon a teacher at the front of the classroom. It looks more like a WeWork or a co-working space. And then they can take the afternoons to explore that topic that they want to become an expert in. There's not a better training ground, educational environment, or opportunity for them to be best in the world at the thing that they love while they're still in high school. We believe that kids are limitless.
When I'm riding, one half of my brain is thinking about every single rock and route I'm riding, really, really focusing on every single feature on the trail. And the other half of my brain is just on autopilot. I don't even know that I'm riding. I'm just in my flow state. It's like you're driving a Ferrari down rally roads. Now that I had a pitch deck that people were interested in, I needed to go get a C Corp, figure out everything related with tax. It was really annoying to also deal with that as a 17-year-old. But what really, really mattered during that time was land acquisition. For the other bike parks I've seen across the nation, what happens is that a trail organization reaches out to a cow ranch and say, hey, can we build some bike trails on your land for $5K per month? I thought that it was gonna be that easy. I spent about 2 months finding the emails, phone numbers, home addresses of 123 property owners, every single property owner with more than 300 feet of vert in the hill country. 123 out of 123 said no. And to be completely honest, in this time I was thinking, man, I can't get land. I don't think this is possible. I was truly thinking about giving up.
It was hard for Rhett when this was all rolling out. When he was first starting off in the process, he got rejected a lot. And typically this would break a student down and make them want to do something else. But we accept failure at Alpha. and we use it as a learning tool so we can have our kids grow further than we would originally expect them.
What we expect from our Masterpiece program is that every student's project is as ambitious as being an Olympian. And it can be really tough, but it's great because once they overcome each of those challenges, I really see their confidence grow. And it just makes me realize how set up they are to actually go into the real world. And so that's something that we really worked closely with Rhett on.
The mentors at Alpha, that's where I got my motivation. I realized that I needed to switch my route. I needed to get a real estate investor. So I scoured like every single ranch for sale, and there was only one ranch with more than 300 feet of vert in a sufficient location. I used connections I had to find a land investor, and we made the signed deal. I may have had a lot of hype and a lot of momentum, but I think I only have about 30K in actually committed investments. So what I seriously started doing is I went on to LinkedIn. I found people that had both mountain biker and investor in their profile and messaged them my pitch deck saying, hey, you should invest. I did this with about over 400 people. I messaged people on Twitter. I went on to Facebook groups. And I was doing like Zoom calls all day. After a month of doing that, I went from 30K to the full 358K, which was super, super exciting.
First thing I asked him is, how am I to know you're not gonna spend this on hookers and blow? Like, that's literally what I asked him. And he was like, I've never done drugs. Once I learned it was real, like, it just became more and more like intense for me as far as like wanting to be a part of this. State of Texas needs this bike park.
We're waiting on FedEx to ship the full contract of the land agreement. Was supposed to close like late July, and that didn't happen. So it's supposed to close like August 15th, and that didn't happen. And then it was supposed to close like last Monday, and that didn't happen. And then it was supposed to close today, but that didn't happen. Do you know what might happen though? Tomorrow morning, 90% chance. And yeah, now I just kind of drove all the way out here for nothing. Made it to the machine rental place to go get our 6 machines. Pretty crazy choice out here. It's been in like 40K on these machines, and it's a big risk. Hopefully the property closes tomorrow morning. For writing a check, do I need a specific check from Bank of America? Can I just grab a check paper from any bank? I don't know.
I think it's specifically your bank.
Now the gate's open. We can build. So we're building these trails in 3 phases. First phase, we do all the brush cutting. Second phase, we kind of make the rock frames of these berms. We stack up all of our rocks, fill dirt to kind of make the frame. And the third phase is we'll come in with the red clay dirt and kind of really pack it on with like water tanks and everything. Pull it back. So it's like a slow 45-degree line. So we got the machines working. We got like a few hand builders here. 7 full-time machine builders is super exciting, and I can't wait.
We have some guys from Alabama and South Carolina, local Texas builders. There's a lot of passion that's playing into this.
So Rhett, can you pull up any updates with your park?
The trails start here, and as you can see, they kind of go down.
That's so cool. Have you ever heard the old saying, if you build it, they will come? It seems like you're a perfect example of that right now.
Mm-hmm. If you build it and do some marketing, they will come.
Yes. Can you tell me about that? How's the marketing been?
I've been working on the website so far, so we're putting this together. On social media, I've been doing a lot of advertising, and I've been reaching out to like every single local newspaper saying, hey, can you make a story?
Obviously, doing something of this nature, you're gonna have probably a lot of times where you kind of failed and like did not get the outcome that you wanted.
Oh, so much.
Yeah, so can you like talk about how you've learned to adapt?
I mean, like if I went back to mid-July, I could have made this bike park in half the time with half the money. But whenever I fail, I always keep the end goal in mind. Like, you're about to open the best park in Texas. Everyone is so excited for you. You're making a full-on business as a high school. Your end goal, your light at the end of the tunnel is huge.
Sounds like you have a high level of adaptability.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I know it's come together.
It's coming together real nice, dude.
So good.
Essentially, as a guide, I am a kid expert. My goal is to understand what my individual students need to feel motivated to do the work. I put myself in the passenger seat and I try to put my students in the driver's seat, and then I give them guidance and support to get them from point A to point B to point C.
We do want to make like a huge drop.
We're making a big one, dude.
You're making a big one?
You didn't see the landing yet? It'd be big.
That's what I'm looking for.
I mean, the landing is long. That landing is sizable. It's pretty big.
That works.
And then the green trail needs to be finished right here. Shelby's brought in. It's like right here, but I figured we're just gonna keep putting rollers and just
Yeah,
make it like
hey,
real mild green trail.
Yeah, and we gotta make sure too on the green trail that like it's fun.
Yeah.
Because like from the green rider's mind, it's like all they have is either 0-foot tables or 15-foot.
Right.
Like we seriously need this like 5-foot jumps, because we might have to go in and make some of those super basic kickers. Because
Right.
I mean that's seriously like just what everyone wants to ride. Got 3.5 weeks until opening, which is, you know, pretty close, pretty crazy, but we really got 2 more trails to crank out. After that, it's just cleaning and editing. Re-brooming all the lines, re-watering all the lines with the hose, and then there's a few jumps here and there that need to be rebuilt for like flow reasons. The opening day, I mean, it's coming up super fast, but overall, it's looking good.
In the long run, I really want to make the world's best bike park. And everyone at Alpha legitimately wants me to succeed. The fact that I am making a business as a high schooler instead of waiting until I'm 25, the fact that I have these crazy mentors, crazy connections, really good education, I mean, it's adding up. I feel like I'm ready to just propel into my future.
The student who is going to be really successful in this world that we are at is a student who's got creativity and communication skills and critical thinking, the ability to collaborate with other people. And Rhett perfectly embodies what Alpha wants its students to experience.
There's a lot of maturity that Rhett has to possess to do what he's doing, and I can argue that that maturity was developed here at Alpha.
Rhett is one of the most confident kids that I know. His plan is in motion, and now it's his job to just make it happen with us where support is needed.
We expect that on November 3rd, he's gonna open a fully functioning bike park. The trails will be built, the staff will be in place, there'll be shuttles. We have full faith that Rhett will deliver.
Dang it. Hey Luke, near like 4 p.m., I'm trying to do 30 minutes of just some testing with you and the 2 other shuttle drivers all at once. There's a lot that we need to get done, from finishing out the parking lot to doing all the tape for the whole property, setting up the trail signs, finishing the bike shop. I mean, there's a lot. I don't know how much sleep I'll get.
I need to figure out like which way to grab it, you know? We get better at this as time goes on.
I mean,
And this is 8 inches lower? That'd be so easy.
yeah. I'm feeling stressed, but like, I'm also very, very excited. I'm just ready to open this place. And I'm ready to run this place. I really just want to thank all of the builders that have made this happen over the past 3 months. We all want the bike park to be successful. Everyone here does. And having that passion throughout the whole project just means everything.
You're already tired? Yeah, let's go take a break.
That's funny. It's the opposite. All right. It's good to see you. First customer.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect.
I know. Well, figuring it out. All right. As y'all know, it's been an absolute journey making this place. And ever since day one, since I mentioned the idea on social media, without having property or an investment or anything, everyone was so hyped on the idea of this park. And I cannot thank the Texas mountain bike community enough for making this happen. I cannot thank the builders enough for making this happen, and everyone. So thank you so much. We're opening, and I'm so stoked. Okay, now let's load the shuttles.
It's pretty cool to see what Rhett's done out here and get to come and be here on opening day. It's a huge inspiration to people who want to go out and do something themselves. You can put elbow grease in and hard work and take something a lot further than you think you can if you actually put your mind to it. Rhett's done a really good example of that.
Rhett, on Station Mountain Bike Park, congratulations. I know you mentioned that you were influenced by Burn Park, but I did that with a platform and a bunch of sponsors. At 18 years old, to do something even bigger with the resources you had at your disposal is just insane.
Can't wait to come ride it. It's going to be huge for your communities.
Anyone, no matter their age, can chase their dreams, because to me, like, if you asked me if I can make a bike park 1 year ago, I would have said no way that's possible at all. And I've realized that it is possible and that I am making a bike park, and it's crazy to see it come together. And you know, whether you're a high schooler or an adult or a kid, like, you can, like, if you think of something that's wild, that's impossible, that society deems impossible, it actually is possible. And that means everything to me, seeing this come to life. And on that same note, utilize the people you know. Like, everyone has love and support in their lives, even if they don't see it, of people that want them to succeed. So, like, use the people that want you to succeed and work with them.
To see this park open now. It's open, it's functional, it's ready
so
for mountain
cool.
bikers.
I mean, this is my dream. I'm doing this for the Texas mountain bike group, for the community we have here, right? And like, seeing all the riders just ride at the park with smiles on their face, enjoying the trails, is like what I'm doing this for, and it means a lot to me.
This all started as a school project known as Masterpiece Project. What was that?
Yes, so I go to a school called it's called Alpha in downtown Austin, and each kid does a 4-year really ambitious project throughout their high school career, and I decided to make a bike park.
actually see what he spent this last year on is so insane.
Hope to do something like this in the future. It's such a cool project and that he can have the ability to do it. I'm really proud of his hard work, and hopefully I can, put in the same level of work that he did to build something this great.
Very proud that he's made this bike park and he's done an amazing job.
So cool. It's all come together.